Good morning, friends. Today we will see about business news analytics. This is a very important concept for students, particularly business students like MBA, BBA, BCom, MCom students, because the student have to be very topical, aware of latest happenings, what is happening in the uh, financial markets, what is happening in the business landscape, what are the various concepts that are being linked to various corporate happenings, economic happenings, all these things they can easily know and relate for better understanding of their conceptual and theoretical basis for what they are studying. And this is unique to a business student because no other subject affords them such a easy and live demonstration of what topics they are studying. So now let us see, that is today, Monday's business news. So students can select some business newspaper like Business Standard, Economic Times, or Business Line. Now let us try to see uh, a Business Standard today's edition, what they are talking about and how it is related to our. So the first news item which we try to analyze and understand is this, that is, two more firms face heat on independent valuation. So this is the first news item. What here they are talking about, the concept here they are talking about is preferential allotment pricing. So this is a very good news article for us to understand about companies raising money from primary market and some of the issues involved in this. Now, if you see here, Indian primary market is very hot nowadays. So you know the difference between the primary market and secondary market. The primary market is where the companies, the shares are issued initially. So that means the shares are first issued in the primary market. And again, if the investors need money, they have to go to the secondary market, that is stock exchanges, where they can liquidate their holdings and get hold of their money. So primary market is where companies issue shares, and secondary market is where investors go with those shares to sell if they want to sell, or if they want to buy, they will secondary market. So again in the primary market, there are various ways of raising money. So for example, companies can use bonds, shares, equity shares, or debentures, like that. Various instruments are available. Again, in issuing shares, you have different types of ways of raising money. That is, there can be an IPO when initially they are going for public, or if they are going for issue shares after going for public. After going for public in the first stage, they can go for further public offer, where they can offer shares to the public. So this is one area. And again, if they don't want to go for public and go elaborate system and incurring a lot of expenditure, there is another thing, is a private placement. In this private placement, you can go offer to a limited amount of shareholders, and then this is where it is called preferential allotment. In this preferential allotment, companies are generally offer for people like what is called qualified institutional buyers. Qualified institutional buyers means it is institutional investors like mutual funds, hedge funds. So who have a lot of money and large amount of funds to invest. So that way they can they can access the expertise and knowledge of these investors and cut short that process of raising money. So in this case, so what the news article is telling is about two companies, that is Barbecue Nation. So you know this some of these Barbecue Nation, these are all what you call QSR, quick service restaurants. So this what happened is the Indian IPO market or primary market is very hot. Yesterday we have seen Zomato. Zomato is getting subscribed up to 38 times. Somebody is joking that I can go into a loss, I can go give a 40% discount and get 1 lakh crore market cap. Or there's a lot of jokes about how Zomato is making loss and still its market cap is in billions of dollars. And right now we are witnessing that we are seeing news that Paytm is filing for the public offer, IPO. That is, before going for IPO, what they have to do normally, companies have to offer, that is, file DRHP, draft red herring prospectus to SEBI. So Paytm filed DRHP with SEBI. So these are all some of the business concepts that we can learn from this. And here this restaurant chain, Barbecue Nation Hospitalities. So what the topic, this is stock exchanges asked them to explain why they did not obtain a valuation report from a registered independent valuer while pricing their preferential allotment. So some more concepts also came into this picture. Pricing of you know issues. So this is a very important thing. I think it's a very good case study for people who are studying this finance. How this pricing of issues came about. So earlier there is no this free pricing of issues. Now we are having a free pricing of issues. So earlier before 1992 we are having a controller of capital issues CCI where there is a fixed price offers. Now here we don't have fixed price offers. We are having a lot of other mechanisms like book building mechanism, and companies are free to price their equity shares in consultation with their merchant bankers. Now it is what you call demand and supply market. Nobody dictates your price. If you think that your issue price is your company's share price is 100 rupees, you are free to price it. And if it is 150, you can price it. You get 200. So there is sufficient demand. You are and coupled with the expertise of merchant bankers and other experts, you can price according to your estimate of your value of your company. And so this is how here that is how this debate about preferential allotment pricing has come about. So now we are having almost all disclosure based issue pricing. Earlier is a fixed price, now it is a disclosure. So you can the SEBI rules say that. So you know that SEBI is the ultimate, that is market watchdog. So SEBI gives now what guidelines, circulars, and rules, all these things, so that there is a transparency in the market. So they don't strictly dictate like your CCI. So that is how this mechanism has come about. So I think this is how the students can uh, understand this. So what you call is SEBI ICDR regulations. This is very important. That is issue of capital and disclosure requirements. So this is according to SEBI ICDR, the companies will raise the money. So that's how this is the first news item we can understand. And another news item here comes is LIC starts work on IPO allotment to policy holders. So another very big IPO we are expecting is LIC. So LIC also started, they're coming out with IPOs. There is a huge IPO rush now. Now, yesterday itself I've seen Paytm offering for around 16,000 crores. So LIC is the biggest, I think, the giants of IPOs coming, LIC and NSC, National Stock Exchange. So of course, National Stock Exchange may get delayed around 6 months to 1 year because of some regulatory hurdles regarding its controversy of co-location and algo trading. So there is some controversy over their algorithmic trading facilities and how they preferred some companies over others are given advantage to some broking companies because nowadays the trading happens in less than that is microseconds or nanoseconds. So if the computers that all the trading is handed over to computers, high speed computers or quantum computing as an edge. So if you give a millisecond or microsecond edge, so they will keep on buying and selling so that they will mint money, sort of. So that's how even that this is there is a books also came out about how this NSC co-location scam is there, supposed co-location controversy, written by some of these Sucheta Dalal. That is a book is called Absolute Power, and one more book also came. Palak Shah's some book is there also. So these two books give us a glimpse of their account, how this co-location controversy is there. So this is how another LIC is also coming. And if you see the news items, there is this item of ITC's dividend. So ITC is a very stable company or what we call blue chip company, and it is ITC has increased the dividend. So normally, what a shareholder expects from a investing in a company, the company's share. So shareholder expects dividend and capital gains. So here, what we call a long-term shareholder expects dividend to increase, and a short-term player or what we call trader wants capital gains. He is because in his scheme of things, dividends are very small, so he is gunning for large gains. It is like. I think you might have seen this Anaconda movie, where the person who is going out for big snakes, small snakes, he throwing them into the Amazon river. So that is the difference between what we call investor, speculator, and gambler, is it not? So the investor sees at a long time frame, looks at dividend, whereas a speculator or gambler looks for he doesn't care about the dividends because he wants to gain more of capital gains and large increases in the share price. And if you see some of the other news items in this business standard, if you see, is about foreign exchange or international finance, that rupee caught in the middle of a global and local pull. So rupee is starting appreciate. Rupee is appreciating. Why? Why? Because there are because one of the factors is IPO fringy. The IPO fringy, a lot of foreign money is coming into Indian market. So they get the dollars, can sell into rupees, and and buy the rupees, convert into rupees, and apply for the public issues, primary market. So they sell dollar, buy rupee. So that way the rupee starts increasing. And so this is one of the item. Yes, and also we have seen the RBI can buy dollar because there's a lot of reserves are there. So RBI governor last week is also warning that we have a lot of reserves. So we don't keep quiet. We will take action so that the stabilization is there. So RBI central banker don't want to see the volatility of increasing, or the volatility of dollar INR increasing. So it is a stabilizing mechanism. So though it is not a it's not the business of speculation, it tries to stabilize. So this is where you can understand international finance perspective, or how all these things are interlinked. So even this is interlinked to petrol prices. If the these are all currency and petrol prices, all these things are interlinked. Now, if you see the other news specific items, if you see, so there are a lot of items in this. Yeah, there is one editorial item like is boom in digital dabba trading. So one thing is that there is a regulated trading which is conducted through regulated stock exchanges. Why stock exchanges are required to protect the investors' interest, and why the trading through recognized stock exchange is safe, because there is a clearing corporation, there is a settlement guarantee fund, there is a SEBI prescribed rules, SEBI registered brokers and sub brokers, and you have a contract note, proper contract note, you have everything in a proper manner. All your things has to be routed through a bank account, and so this type of transparency is there in the registered stock exchanges. Whereas in Dabba trading means it is only they are trying to escape the market mechanism, and it is a threat. So now it is the Devashish Basu is the editor of Money Life and is the author of this scam and other absolute power and all these things. So he is saying that there is a lot of some amount of trouble brewing up in cryptocurrencies market. So in fact, yesterday itself, our RBI has issued some that is circulars or notices to WazirX platform, which trades this cryptocurrencies like bitcoins, and how it is violating this FEMA norms and all. So this is how the students can develop the perspective of what is happening in the market. So what I try to impress upon you, the learners of business education or market watchers, economy observers, is that we have to keep on jotting down these things and try to form an opinion or a perspective, so that and all these things will culminate into a sort of wisdom. So you observe, you form a insight, and it becomes a wisdom. Okay. Thank you very much. We will continue this daily edition of analyzing business headlines and sharing our opinion and whatever interconnections we can find. Thank you so much.